Good morning, family. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. I remember watching Jesus of Nazareth. Do y'all remember that? Some of you who are older than 35, really older than 45. There's a mini-series movies about the life of Jesus. It was called Jesus of Nazareth. This is circa at least 35 years ago, but I was in love with that movie. An excellent musical score, good acting, I thought. And I'll never forget the end of the movie. It's a picture of Jesus having resurrected, and those piercing eyes are looking into the camera. And Jesus says, and I get chills when I think about it, Jesus says, as the movie closes out, "And behold, I'll be with you until the end of the age." And I just wanted somebody to be reminded of this essential truth in the gospel, that Jesus Christ will always be with you. What are you going through today? What is producing a lot of tenseness or tension in your life? What are the concerns that you are carrying? What are the fears that you are harboring? What are the decisions that need to be made in your life? I just want to encourage you in that Jesus Christ promises to be with you in that moment. That's the good news of the gospel, is that God doesn't leave you to yourself to destroy yourself or figure out things for yourself, but He is with you in the midst of those turbulent times right now. And I just want to encourage you right now, in the thick of the storm, in the thick of the fire, remind yourself that God is with me. And as long as God is with me, that means God's got me. Daniel chapter 3 is the famous story of the three Hebrew boys, these three young princes, if you will, esteemed, godly young men who refused to give in to the wicked king's commands to not worship God and to worship some statue that they had set up. But they refused, even if it meant persecution. They were going to worship the living God, even if it meant their death. And the punishment was for them to be thrown into the fiery furnace. And so it was Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego who were hurled into a fiery furnace. And Nebuchadnezzar is thinking that he has won the ordeal. And my Bible says, Daniel chapter 3 and verse 24. Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished and rose up in haste. He declared to his counselors, "Did we not cast 3 men bound into the fire?" They answered and said to the king, "True, O king." He answered and said, "But I see 4 men unbound, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. And the appearance of the 4th is like a son of the gods." Can somebody get the organ to start humming? Because that's some good preaching right there. Nebuchadnezzar looks at the ordeal. They had chained and bound them up and hurled them into the fire. But when Nebuchadnezzar looks into the fire, he sees that they are completely unbound. And it's not just 3 anymore, but there was a 4th man, and he looked like a son of the gods. Scripture says that when we go through the heat of life circumstances in our life, the good news of the gospel is that there's always a 4th man that's a part of that ordeal with us, and Jesus is his name. That's hope for today. I'll see you next time.